5 games in the books on this September 16th in the Atlantic Division Men's Club Regional Tournament hosted by NC State. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. Our 5 games in the books have been as follows. Game 1 was NC State versus North Carolina Chapel Hill. UNC edged the Wolfpack 15-14. Game 2, Duke 17, Virginia 3. Game 3, Virginia Tech 13, NC State Wolfpack Exhibition Team 6 because Washington and Lee could not attend this tournament. Game 4, North Carolina Chapel Hill 13, James Madison 7. And Game 5, which you just saw here on the CWPA network, was North Carolina State 8, Virginia 5. That was NC State's first regular season win over the Cavaliers in at least 10 years. Coming up on the CWPA network, it's going to be the Duke Blue Devils in the dark caps versus the Virginia Tech Hokies in the white. This was the matchup in the 2016 Atlantic Division Tournament. Duke squeaked out a 10-9 victory. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. That's coming up on the CWPA network. Stick around.
You're watching the CWPA broadcast brought to you by Cap 7.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of CWPA Remote Broadcast. This is the Atlantic Division Regional Tournament hosted by NC State Club Water Polo. Once again, I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. It's Saturday, September 16th, 2017, here in Raleigh, North Carolina, Carmichael Gymnasium. We are coming up upon Game 6, which will feature in the dark caps the Duke Blue Devils, the defending Atlantic Division champs, and in the white caps, the Virginia Tech Hokies from Blacksburg, Virginia. Duke is 1-0 so far in 2017 with a 17-3 victory over Virginia, while Virginia Tech had a 13-6 exhibition win over NC State's exhibition team because Washington and Lee could not attend this tournament. So we'll have 4 7-minute quarters here in regulation in Game 6. Last time these two teams faced each other was the 2016 Atlantic Division Championship. Duke won 10-9. Duke was 10-1 last season in the division, 7-1 regular season. Virginia Tech on October 15th, 2016 handed Duke its lone loss of the division season. It was 9-7. Last season, Duke averaged 12 goals per game and allowed about 9.6, while Virginia Tech had about 11 goals a game, allowed 9.1. Duke finished in a tie for 15th at the 2016 National Collegiate Club Championship at University of Notre Dame, finishing a 15th place time with Clemson. Now we're going to have the first ball drop of the contest. Duke is in the dark caps going right to left. Virginia Tech is in the white going right, left to right. Right to left is Duke, and there's a dunker, and there's going to be exclusion time. Player up already for Duke. It's the first exclusion penalty against Virginia Tech. That one's fired through. Boom! Shakalaka! 1-0 Blue Devils. Cap 4 gets in on the quick action about 20 seconds into this one. So 1-0 Duke with 6:40 to go in quarter 1. A 30-second shot clock, otherwise it's a shot clock violation. This is a neck-and-neck series in the last 9 years. Virginia Tech has won 9, Duke 8. In fact, from October 17, 2009 to September 27, 2014, Virginia Tech won 8 consecutive games against the Blue Devils. These two teams are separated by 201 miles, approximately. There's a whistle, Duke possession. Hefty throw is off the crossbar, will be possession, Virginia Tech. So it's 1-0 Duke in the dark caps. And we have a whistle. It's going to be a bunch of more whistles. It's going to be exclusion time, I think. Player up for Virginia Tech, the first power play for the Hokies. That one is not what it should have been. A weak throw ends the power play. Duke going right to left, and the Dark Caps now up 1-0, about 6 minutes to go in quarter one. Possession Duke going right to left. Duke last season had 132 goals. Already 18 on the season if you include the 17 from its 17-3 win over Virginia earlier. Virginia is currently 0-2. Virginia Tech, in essence, this is the first game that really counts, unless you want to count the exhibition, which is going down as a 5-0 forfeit win over Washington and Lee. Washington and Lee hasn't been in the division in at least 12 years. So Duke with the ball. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Duke has been the Atlantic champion 3 times. 2 in the last 3 seasons. And I think it will be another exclusion time. Player up for Duke. Now outside the 2-meter area, now to the 5. Going inside. We'll lob it up, feed it. It's deflected and saved now by the Virginia Tech keeper. Virginia Tech is in Blacksburg, Virginia. Duke is in Durham, North Carolina. Duke has come about 24 miles here to Raleigh at NC State. For Virginia Tech, it's about a 224-mile drive. So under 5 minutes to play in quarter one, 1-0 Duke, thanks to the goal by Cat 4, about 20 seconds in. Exclusion time, player up for Vatech. Hokies have a chance to equalize it. And that one is put through. Boom shakalaka! 1-1 thanks to the goal by Cap 6. And I think the goal counts. So it is 1-1 now. It is possession Virginia Tech. If the goal counts, it's a 1-1 game, to our knowledge. Now Virginia Tech looking to get ahead. Puts that one over. Boom! Shakalaka! 2 quick goals. Shine the spotlight on Cat 4. If the score is correct, it's a 2-0 run. Virginia Tech and the Whitecaps to Duke in the Dark 1. If not, it's at least 1 for each team. So we'll see if that, I don't know if that last goal counted, it may have. We're sorry because this is a very quick-paced sport. It's a 30-second shot clock, dumps it in. Virginia Tech, the Hokies had some defenders. Now, Virginia Tech has an alumna by the name of Angela Tincher O'Brien. Back in March 2008, Virginia Tech's softball team defeated Team USA 1-0. Tincher no-hit Team USA. It snapped USA's 185-game pre-Olympic exhibition streak. The final out that Tincher retired was Crystal Bustos. And believe it or not, during that same week, I think she had a college no-hitter against NC State. Now she is Angela Tincher O'Brien, married to Sean O'Brien, has a couple of kids. Tincher has returned to Virginia Tech as a softball assistant. A few minutes gone by, I believe the score is 2-1 Virginia Tech and the Whitecaps. Common foul will remain with the Hokies. And that one is deflected out of play by the Duke keeper. So 2-meter throw for Virginia Tech. The 2017 National Collegiate Club Championship is scheduled November 10 through 12 at Florida State University in Tallahassee. 16 teams will enter, only 1 will win. Can anyone stop Lindenwood? And that one goes through. Boom shakalaka! 3-1 if the score is correct. Looks like Cap 6 with another one. Lindenwood has won the Men's National Collegiate Club Championship 3 years in a row. The first two were both against San Diego State and I think Cal State Long Beach. Long Beach State was the runner-up last year. So the question is, can Lindenwood win it 4 years in a row, or can another team come out victorious? In case you're wondering, I do not believe an Atlantic Division team has won the National Collegiate Club Championship. This is going to be another breakaway opportunity. Oh, that's off the top of the crossbar. Second effort coming there. Oh, that is a dangerous foul. I don't know if that's going to be a brutality. Looks like that was a close, hard foul, but well, it wasn't dangerous enough. Score believed to be 3-1. It's at least 2-1 in favor of Virginia Tech and the Whitecaps. The last 2 or 3 goals have been by Virginia Tech. You hear in the background, don't foul. See, there's an official standing near the 2-meter mark. Usually you'll see different colored red, yellow, blue meter markers for 2 and 5 meters, and it's going to be exclusion time, I believe. Player up for the Devils. Blue Devils scored the first goal of the game. Not a lot of time left in the first quarter. And there's cap 17 at cap 2 from the outside. That is deflected out of play. And I think the shot clock just ended right as the shot went out. The score, I believe, to be 3-1. The scoreboard was possibly otherwise. We'll see if we can get that situated. And it'll be Duke possession. Only got a minute and change to go in the first quarter. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Believed to be 3-1. And that one is deflected out of play. Should be 2-meter throw for the Devils, going right to left in the Blue Caps. You see here, both men and women are playing, as co-ed is allowed for the men's season. And welcome to the 2017-18 school year. This weekend we are doing club broadcast on the CWPA network. Scott Hoops called the first 4 games of this tournament. We've done game 5, which was an 8-5 NC State win over Virginia, and now we're in game 6. There's a 7th game. It'll be after this one, circumstances permitting, between NC State exhibition team and James Madison. James Madison not doing well. That one's put through, and if it counts, boom, shakalaka. It would be cat 10. That's the score we believe it is. It could be different, depending on whether or not shots counted. So 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. It looked like the game clock had some trouble moving for a few seconds, but it has been situated, and that one's going to be stolen away momentarily by the Cavaliers, and now fully. Full throw coming. Virginia Tech wants to extend its lead. And it's going to be offsides on Virginia Tech. Possession, Duke. From Durham, North Carolina. 11 seconds left, shot clock unplugged. Duke is down by a few goals. Duke won easily over Virginia earlier, 17-3, but that's the end of the first quarter, folks. It says 3-1. One of the goals may have not counted. But anyway, I'm sorry if I had an incorrect score, but Virginia Tech is up 3-1 in the Dark Caps over Duke in the Blue Caps. I'm Scott Samuel the Royce. Stick around. Here's a Cap 7 drill.
7th tip of the week. The 2-meter player obviously is the center of the game. Just like a center in basketball, you don't want to be a black hole. It's really important you understand your position in the pool, and then once you gain that position, when people are helping back, as that ball comes in, the more you can go live timeout to the drop side, the better off it'll be as for you to be a playmaker for your teammates, creating assists. So if the drop knows every time you get the ball, you take a shot, it's easier for you to be defended. So what I would say is, as that ball comes, when you see that drop coming, underneath, quickly out to a drive pass for a quick shot, get everybody involved, and then we'll be much more successful in the front court offense. Hey, a simple drill to get your 2-meter player ready to kick the ball out is really simple. Place a player at the 2 spot, the 3 spot, and the 4 spot, 2-meter player at 2 meters. They get up, they work on putting a great pass into the 2 meters. They kick it right back out, that player shoots. You go 2, 3, 4, you reload, and you keep doing it over and over again. The great thing about this drill is we have 2-meter players working on kicking the ball out, being accurately passing to their teammates, putting it in a shooting position right away. You've got the shooters working on their outside shooting, and then you also have the goalie getting 3 really high-level shots all together in one thing. So if you broke your team, like a top team, like 20 players, into 4 cages, you can get a lot of work done and a lot of repetition.
Welcome back. We are now at quarter 2 between Duke and Virginia Tech. After 7 minutes, it's Virginia Tech and the Whitecaps 3, Duke in the dark 1. I'm Scott Weiss. We had believed it was 4-1, but one of the goals had been a violation. So Virginia Tech is up 3-1, not 4-1. And Virginia Tech has won 9 of the last 17 against the Blue Devils. It is now possession Virginia Tech, going left to right in the Whitecaps. Now going from right to left. Second effort is coming. Whistle, and it should be Duke possession. Entering this matchup, dating back to 2008, both Duke and Virginia Tech had 156 goals. That's, to my knowledge, an average of 9.17 per game. So this is a very tight matchup in recent history. Again, at one point, Virginia Tech had won 8 in a row. That one's put through. Boom! Shakalaka! Cat 4 with the score. It's now within 1. It's 3-2 Virginia Tech. I believe Cat 4 had the only goal in the first quarter for the Blue Devils. So 6 minutes to go in quarter 2. Virginia Tech in the white 3. Duke in the dark 2. There's a whistle. It'll be possession. Virginia Tech, you hear in the background, white ball, white ball. We are at Carmichael Gymnasium at North Carolina State in Raleigh, North Carolina. Interesting tidbit, the last Duke player to be named Atlantic Division Player of the Week was Charlie Neiman, October 5th, 2009. He also won that honor in September of 2008. And that one's put through. Boom! Shakalaka! It's 4-2 Hokies, thanks to Cat 21 in white. It's Virginia Tech in the white 4. Duke in the blue 2. It'll be the first goal of the game for Cat 21. It's a 2-goal game. About 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Will be saved by the Hokie keeper. As I was saying, Charlie Neiman won the honor twice. Jamie Friedland and Ted Belches also earned Atlantic Division Player of the Week honors in 2008 for Duke. That was the last season a team in the Atlantic Division ran the table and won every game, regular season and championship weekend. Since then, there have been Atlantic Division teams, such as Georgetown last year, to win every regular season game but stumble in the Atlantic Division championship. That one's put in, deflected. Second chances there. Boom shakalaka. Cap 17 scores for the Devils. It's now Virginia Tech in the white 4. Duke in the blue 3. The goal is good. It is a 1-goal game again. It was 3-1 Virginia Tech entering the quarter. It's a 2-1 scoring run for Duke. Duke last year was 7-1, 10-1 overall. Virginia Tech was 6-2, 8-3 overall. Duke went to the National Collegiate Club Championship but lost all 3 of its games. 16-5 against Michigan, 22-8 against Boston College, and 12-7 versus Texas A&M. Finishing in a tie for 15th with Clemson, which had a heck of a year last year. And that's going to be Duke ball. Clemson in 2016 won the Southeast Division, ending Georgia's, I believe, 20-game win streak in division play. In fact, Clemson in 2015 was last place in the Southeast, went from worst to first in a year. Clemson is receiving votes. In fact, Duke, believe it or not, is ranked 17th in the CWPA Men's Club poll. Now, in case you don't see it on the score bug, Duke is ranked in the top 20. That's going to be saved by the Duke keeper. I believe it'll be 4-3 still. Four to 3, 4:16, 4:10 to go. The first half, 17 on the shot clock. It's Virginia Tech and white leading by 1. Duke going right to left in the Blue Caps. They are the Blue Devils. Teams on the left are the Dark Caps on your scoreboards. I'd like to thank Stretch Internet for helping us stream this game, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. 30-second violation will get the ball to the Hokies. The 4 minutes to play in quarter 2. Virginia Tech in the white 4, Duke the dark 3. It's going to be a transition here. And that shot clock violation. 2 against 1 around the 2-meter area. And now here's the Hokies near the net, getting harassed. And I think Duke wins possession. Long heave by the keeper to the 2-meter area. That one is put through. Boom shakalaka. Fist pump from number 2. We're knotted up at 4 apiece. Duke 4 in the Dark Cats. Virginia Tech in the white 4. First tie in a while. It's a 3-1 scoring run for Duke. It was 4-1. It was 4-2 at one point. 3-1 entering the second quarter in favor of Virginia Tech. And now Virginia Tech needs to get back into it if it wants to win. But Duke's proving its worth now. But Virginia Tech has been aggressive defensively as well. Now here's an opportunity near the 5-meter area. Got to watch out for the shot clock. Already Duke has 1 shot clock violation in the last few minutes. New shot clock. And Duke will steal it. Virginia Tech was in nowhere. No man's land. And that one goes in. Boom shakalaka. An unbelievable sequence of events. Cat 9 in the blue caps for Duke. Gives Duke its first lead of the contest. Folks, it's now Duke in the dark 5, Virginia Tech in the white 4. A mental lapse right now for the Hokies, which had been up 3-1 at 1.4-2. 22 in the shot clock. With 3 minutes to play in this half. It'll be Virginia Tech ball in a 2-meter cone. Now back to the outside the 5-meter. We're here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Game 6. We have 5 games in the books. There are 7 today. Originally 8 had been scheduled, with pool availability shortened it to 1 fewer game. Should be exclusion time. Player up for Virginia Tech. Hokies with the possession. The 20-second power play. And I think there may have been a timeout called, because I don't think shot clock should have gone off. Some technical difficulties here in Raleigh. We'll get that situated here with the officiating crew. We wait. CWPA YouTube channel, your #1 video source for everything water polo. Check out our Tip of the Week series, Inside Water Moments, highlights, and more. www.youtube.com and search CWPA Water Polo. Okay, we got 2 minutes and change to go in the half. Virginia Tech looking to equalize, and that one goes out of play. There's no deflection, it'll be goal throw. Now Duke is going right to left in the blue caps on your screens. They'll remain with the Devils, up 1. Have been down 2 on a few occasions. 10 seconds in the shot clock, 1 minute and 50 to go in quarter 2 and a half, and that's going to be confiscated by the Hokies. Here comes Virginia Tech looking for the equalizer, and it's going to go the other way. Turnover. Possession now, Verduke. Around the 5-meter area. Duke end. On the Virginia Tech end, Duke with the ball in Vatek's end, and that one goes to the left corner. Boom! Shakalaka! That's another one for #2 in blue. At least the second of the quarter. Sparkling bright. Sorry for technical difficulties there. It is Duke in the dark cap 6, Virginia Tech in the white 4. Keep in mind the last time these two teams met in the 2016 Atlantic Division first place game, it was 10-9 Duke. So expect a tight contest throughout. Minute to go in the first half. There's a whistle. Virginia Tech maintains possession. There's a back pass. Now it's wet in the 2-meter area. Poked by Duke and is stolen away by the Blue Devils. Yes, folks, Mike Krzyzewski, Coach K, is the head coach at Duke University's men's basketball. Has over 1,000 wins. At Summit in the women's circuit, another one Division I. Tennessee, and that one's put through. Boom! Shakalaka! We're just looking for it. Just waiting to see if it counts. If it is, it'll be 6-5. I think a timeout was called after the score. I think the goal is good. 31 seconds. I think the player scored, wanted a breather. Goal is good. Virginia Tech is down 1. Shot clock unplugged. 25 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up, the break will have Chalk Talk. Now 20 seconds left in the first half. It'll be 5-minute halftime. Now Virginia Tech is going to be complacent. Few seconds to go. Fires. That one just misses the net. After one half, folks, it's Duke in the dark cap 6. Virginia Tech in the white 5. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. We'll be back with more Atlantic Division action. Now, folks, enjoy some Chalk Talk.
This is your Cap 7 Tip of the Week. Hello, I'm Bradley Schumacher, 2-time Olympic gold medalist and co-founder of Cap 7 International. Today we're talking about some opportunities with 6-on-5 that maybe you haven't really thought about yet, and things that I like to do with players that have really good hands on the posts. Okay, so when you look at the 6-on-5, this is a general 4-2 position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so no lefties. We don't have any lefties. Everybody's a right-handed player. Okay, but our post players are really strong. They have great legs and they can really stuff the ball home. Okay, let's start with, we'll go with a 6 in. So 6 goes in hard. Okay, typically what people say is, oh, we're going to pop this person out. No. When this person goes in, we're going to go hard in all 4 bottom line. Everybody's inside. And this person, again, when they go in, because they're right-handed, they're going as far as they can without taking the ball out of the game, right? Over the lane line. Okay, so they're in like this, right? And attacking as much as they can. This is going to force these players back for sure, 100%. So we're really stuffing it into the, like pushing everyone towards the goal. All right. As soon as the player releases the ball, ideal situation is we go right to this guy and he's literally on the goal line and he jams it home. Okay. They're going to be back and heavy. They have to be, or we're going to score a stuff home. You can do this from either side and you can go one in and do the same thing. As soon as they retreat back in like this, the ball, whoever wants to step in, either way, like this, here to here, like whatever you want to do. But the whole idea is to get everybody inside the goal, right? Because they're going to be hard pushed back into the goal. And it really ends up a lot of times, and try it and practice it with your team and tell them to do different things, but it ends up being a 4-meter shot from the center of the cage. That's one way to think about like really moving the whole group inside, and people will say, oh, there's a bunch of hands and there's a lot of different counters to it and there's a lot of different ways to defend it. But try it and mess around with it. I think you'll find that getting everyone moving towards the goal in 6-on-5 will provide some really high percentage opportunities on the perimeter.
Hi, I'm Wolf Lego, and I'd like to introduce the 1 kilogram heavy training ball. Think of this ball as a weight belt for your arms. This is really going to strengthen your wrist, okay, your forearms, your shoulder, and really make you a lot stronger in your shooting. You can use this ball on dry land against a wall, or in your passing drills, or against a rebounder. Keep the ball up in front and really focus on your shoulder, your wrist, and your forearm in your passing. Maybe pass for 5 or 10 minutes with the ball, and then go back to a regular water polo ball, and you really feel the difference in the power that you're producing out of all those muscle groups.
Welcome back. I'm Scott Sim with the Voice. It's quarter 3. Duke now going left to right, and right there, boom, shakalaka. Duke answers quickly. It's 7-5, Blue Devils. So Duke up 2. Duke wearing the dark. Virginia Tech in the white. It is the third quarter. The back pass stop by the Duke keeper. Duke going left to right now in this third quarter. Now Duke has a 30-second shot clock within the first minute of quarter 3. Will remain with the Blue Devils. And now it will be Virginia Tech possession. Follow CWPA on Twitter, the handle at CWPA Water Polo. Now that one's fired through. Boom shakalaka! 1-goal game. Virginia Tech scores thanks to cap number 16 for the Hokies. Virginia Tech led by as many as 2. Duke has led by as many as 2. Score is believed to be 7-6. 5:43 to go in the quarter. Score believed to be 7-6 in favor of Duke, the Dark Cats. Now transition. Tech trying to tie it up, I believe. Will be Virginia Tech possession. Hokies with it. And it's going to be exclusion time. Player up for Virginia Tech. Hokies trying to equalize. Now takes a side pass and back. Now on the 5-meter area at the top of the key now. An option. A screen. Now we'll go feed. A nice deflection. Nice deflected block by the Blue Devils. And it's going to be a 2-meter throw. I believe it will be a 2-meter throw because I think it was last touched on the rope by Duke. I don't believe the players agree with that, but I think in defense, Duke tried to save it but couldn't. And it's going to be possession. Virginia Tech, and that is stopped by the Duke keeper. Blue Devils maintain that 1-goal lead. It's Duke in the Blue Caps 7, Virginia Tech in the White 6 with 5 minutes to go in quarter 3. Each team with a goal apiece to begin this third quarter. And that one is a way errant pass to the right. Cap 12 didn't think it through. It will be possession, Virginia Tech going right to left. Interested club teams or fans of certain club teams who would like to see their institution stream games when they host tournaments should contact John Weaver at video@collegiatewaterpolo.org. Weaver is the CWPA Director of Multimedia. And it will be Duke possession, and shot clock is about to expire anyway. 4 minutes and change to go. 4 minutes 22 to go in the third quarter. 20-second shot clock now for Duke. It is Duke in the Dark Caps 7, Virginia Tech in the White 6. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. I'd like to thank our camera operator here, Noel, for the hard work throughout the day. 4 minutes 13 to go in quarter 3. Virginia Tech looking to get the equalizer. Down 1. The Hokies with it near the 2-meter area. Now fires off the top of the crossbar. There's the battle. Virginia Tech gets it back. That one is stopped down by the Duke keeper. Very entertaining game. This one may come down to the last possession. So Duke finished in a tie for 15th at 2016 National Collegiate Club Championship with Clemson. Clemson won that Southeast Division. The last second shot against Georgia. And that was actually in the second overtime period. If it wouldn't have scored in time, it would have been sudden death overtime. That ball will be thrown out of play. We got ourselves a brief timeout. Got 3 minutes and change to go in quarter 3. Duke is up 7-6.
If you want to improve your legs and take your water polo game to the next level, get a Cap 7 weight belt. It's comfortable, wears well, and will make a huge difference in your vertical game. Check it out at cap7.com. Cap 7 is built by water polo players for water polo players.
You're watching the CWPA broadcast brought to you by Cap 7.
Thank you very much. This is Scott S.D. Weiss, CWPA remote announcer. 3:34 to go in quarter 3 of Game 6 of the 2017 Atlantic Division Regional Tournament regular season action at NC State. Duke in the Dark Caps 7, Virginia Tech in the White 6 in the third quarter. And we already have 5 games in the books. NC State versus UNC. UNC Chapel Hill won 15-14. Duke beat Virginia 17-3. Virginia Tech got a 13-6 exhibition win over NC State Wolfpack exhibition team. North Carolina defeated James Madison 13-7, and North Carolina State got the best of Virginia 8-5. NC State's first regular season win, we believe, over the Cavaliers in at least 10 years, regular season, because there are 2 tournament wins, division championship tournament wins by NC State, dating back to 2008. Now to the timeout, Duke ball. 3 minutes and change to go in quarter 3. 4 7-minute quarters in regulation. Now Duke will get a let pass in there. Boom! Shakalaka! 2-goal lead for the Blue Devils, thanks to cap number 3. It's Duke in the dark 8, Virginia Tech 6 with around 3 minutes to go. Maybe the first goal of the game for cap 3 for Duke. Now at halftime, Duke had 6 goals. And it's going to be exclusion time. Player up for Duke. Blue Devils going right to left. About 2 minutes to go in quarter 3. Here in Raleigh at Carmichael. And that one's put through. Boom shakalaka. That was actually player up for Virginia Tech. And now Tech is within 1. Exclusion goal is good. Successful power play by Cap 10 of Tech. Be at least a second. He has a goal here. 2:43 to go in quarter 3. Duke and the Dark Caps now up 8-7 over the Hokies. The schools are separated by each other by 201 miles. Duke had to travel 24 miles here to North Carolina State. Virginia Tech from Blacksburg to Raleigh, 224. Not that bad of a road trip. Perhaps the coaching staff made their strategies. And that one's put through. Boom shakalaka. 9-7. Boy, that was a BB by Cap 17 in blue. He's got a couple goals in the game. It's now 9-7. Hard to believe it was 3-1 Virginia Tech after 1. Duke entered quarter 3 with 6 goals, we believe. And now here comes Virginia Tech with the easy one. Boom shakalaka. 1-goal game again, thanks to Cap 8 of Virginia Tech in white. It's a tight one here in Raleigh. And it's still summer, according to the season calendar. We're in summer until September 22nd, which is the second day of Rosh Hashanah. Advance happy holiday greetings to those who will observe. Cap 15 now going left to right, and the Blue Caps is Duke. The whistle. It's a common foul. 8 on the shot clock. That one's put through. Boom! Shakalaka. No. You had us fooled. The way it shot, it looked like it went out of the cage in a jiffy. Sorry about that, folks. Sometimes the ball bounces very hard. So it's a 1-goal lead. That was not a goal. That went out of play. Just tricked our minds. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Virginia Tech looking to equalize. It's 9-8 Duke. Oh, this is a backhander maybe. Going to be exclusion time. Player up for the Hokies. Duke player loses his cap. Now we can start. I think we're going to have a timeout. Or are we not? Cap 10 has the ball, just waiting for the whistle. And the ball is going to be thrown out of play. So everything's going to get set up here. The exclusion time will happen. So 9-8 Duke in the Dark Caps over Virginia Tech in the white. And Virginia Tech last season had 120 goals and allowed 100. So far this season, in games that actually count, have allowed 9 because they had a 13-6 exhibition win over NC State's exhibition team. Shot clock is now running on the exclusion time. It's a lost drop. Lost pass, but it is recovered. Still in the exclusion time. Backs it up. Now fires. Nice save by the Duke keeper, going left to right in the Dark Caps with about a minute or less to go. In quarter 3, I think 30 seconds to go. 1-goal game in quarter 3. The team has timeouts remaining. Again, we still have 1 game left on the docket. Game 7 will be between NC State's exhibition team and James Madison. It will be James Madison's first regular season win in a couple of seasons. James Madison has had 3 straight seasons with 1 win or fewer. There's a whistle. Virginia Tech should get the ball back. Can't fire it in time. And that will do it. 3 quarters in the books here in Raleigh, North Carolina, Carmichael Gymnasium. Got 7 more minutes to go in regulation. I'm not sure if those are going to be the final 7 minutes. It's Duke and the Dark Caps 9, Virginia Tech and the White 8. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. Please stick around because the final quarter of regulation is coming up here on the CWPA network. Stick around.
Cap 7 tip of the week. Hi, I'm Wolf Weigo, and I'm Brad Schumacher from Cap 7 International. Today we're going to talk about pressuring on the perimeter and not getting excluded. So one of the main things you want to think about is you really want to focus on your legs. You don't want to be grabbing with your arms and sinking above the water. A lot of players, when the ball comes and is passed over, they'll just grab with their arms and take a quick foul. Okay, what you want to do is show your hands, use your legs, and alternate, okay, with your arms out, using your legs to go from one side to the other if the player's moving, okay, and trying not to foul. If the player lets go of the ball, I'm not on him, I'm already have no contact, and I'm not going to get excluded that way. The way you can get excluded is when the player doesn't have the ball, and you're grabbing, and then the player sells it and pretends like they got really dunked. That's when you'll get excluded. Or as the ball is coming in the air and you're caught holding, that's when you'll get kicked out. Okay? Another way you'll get fouled or excluded is if you play very aggressively and dunk with 2 hands. The referees are told to watch for dunking with 2 hands. So you want to have 1 hand at a time working in concert with your legs, okay? Breaststroke kicks and showing your hands. Okay, in this drill here, we're going to work on pressing, okay, focusing on our legs, showing our hands, and really driving the player out and not getting that foul. Hopefully the rest of our players are pressing high in the lane, and we can really eat up a lot of time on the clock here.
This is Game 6 of the Atlantic Division Regional Tournament, September 16, 2017, hosted by NC State Club Water Polo. Once again, I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. You don't want to miss the action right now. We're in Game 6. If you look at the scoreboard here, that's right. It's Duke 9, Virginia Tech 8. Duke's in the dark, Virginia Tech in the white. Virginia Tech's going right to left in the white. Duke's going left to right in the dark. We have 7 more minutes of regulation. I believe if there's a draw after 28 minutes, we'll go to 2 overtime periods, 3-minute periods. And that one's fired in. Boom shakalaka! We're knotted up at 9 apiece. Thanks to Cap 8, Cap 16, if it is good. Oh yeah, it is. So it's 9-9, with 6:36 to go in regulation. We have 4 7-minute quarters of regulation. By the way, the winner of the 2016 Atlantic Division Championship between the 2 teams, it was Duke. It was 10-9. So expect a great finish here. Now Virginia Tech looking to go up in the first time since quarter 2. And we're sorry for the incorrect scores statistics from earlier, in case there were. There's a lot of action going on. We're glad you're joining us here on the CWPA network. Please don't forget to tell your friends, family, colleagues, classmates, anyone to tune in to CWPA network action throughout the school year. By the way, we do plan on doing varsity remote streams for the first time. That circumstance is permitting, and that's exciting. So I believe we have one coming from Salem International, September 22nd and 23rd. That circumstances permitting. Now fires in there. Boom shakalaka. Virginia Tech is back up. Doesn't count though. Well, we think it is. It was cap 8. So it is believed to be Virginia Tech in the white 10, Duke in the dark 9. And we have a stoppage because Duke is getting the ball down 1. So we got 5 minutes and change, about 5:35 to go in regulation. I believe the score is 10-9. Tech. But Duke's looking for the equalizer here. And that one's put through. Boom shakalaka, just like that. We're knotted up at 10 apiece. If that's the score, it's cap 17 if the goal is good. Got a handful in this one. And if that goal is good and my calculations are correct, Duke has outscored the opposition now 27-13 in the 2017 campaign so far. Keep in mind Duke last season averaged 12 goals a game. Now it's Virginia Tech possession and the Whitecaps going right to left. Now within the 2-meter area, the Duke end. The south end, if you want to call it, here on our side. Now we've stolen away possession. Duke, 27 on the shot clock. It's 10-10, 5 minutes to go in regulation. This is the most exciting game so far in terms of intensity, because it's neck and neck. Now here comes Virginia Tech looking to go back up, but the crossbar on the right side denies. And it's Duke possession going left to right. That one's put through in there. Boom shakalaka! It's a torpedo! Cat 3 is believed to have scored a good goal. And it's now Duke in the dark caps 11. Virginia Tech in the white 10 as we have some player substitutions. Duke is back up on top. 4:31 to go. It is 11-10. Duke Blue Devils. Durham, North Carolina. A 24-minute mile trip, depending on the traffic. For Duke, Virginia Tech, a little over 240. 220 actually than NC State. 2-meter area now. Now puts it off the top of the crossbar. Duke possession. Virginia Tech is 1-0 after an exhibition win over NC State's exhibition team, 13-6, I believe. Duke possession. Looking to go up back 2. Virginia Tech briefly had a 10-9 lead. It didn't last for long. It's a good move, but great deflection. I thought that was a deflection, but that may have been a wet out-of-bouncer. Great hustle by the keeper. Good presence of mind. 3 minutes and change to go in this one, in regulation. Now the 2-meter area in the Duke end is Virginia Tech. Trying to get excluded, and it'll be exclusion time. Player up for the Hokies. Great presence of mind to know where the Duke player had been. And that's going to be another foul. Now that's going to be batted, put in there. Boom shakalaka! A great sequence of events. And it's now 11-11. It's now 11-11. It is an exciting game. It was 9-8 Duke entering this quarter. It's a 3-2 Hokie run. And that was a great sequence of events, and if we had any technical difficulties, we're sorry, but we have situated them. 3 minutes to go in regulation. Duke in the dark caps, 11. Virginia Tech Hokies in the white caps, 11. Yeah, and I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. Also, big thanks to our camera operator Noel. John Weaver is our director of multimedia. The commissioner of CWPA is Dan Sheridan. And now dunks it in there, the 2-meter area will fire. Boom shakalaka! To the right side it went. Virginia Tech regains the lead. It's now 12-11. Hokies in the white caps and Virginia Tech over Duke with 2 and change to go in regulation. 2:32 to go. 27 on the shot clock. It's a 30-second shot clock. There have been shot clock violations earlier. Duke went 7-1 in regular season play last year. Its lone loss was to Virginia Tech. Earlier that season, Duke defeated Virginia Tech 13-9 September 18th, 2016. Duke got the best of the Hokies 2 out of 3 times last year. The only team last year in the Atlantic Division to not lose in the regular season was Georgetown at 8-0, but it finished 9-2. In fact, Virginia Tech, I believe, handed Georgetown its first loss of the season last year. That was game 2, 13-10 over the Bulldog, or the Hoyas. Timeout, it is 12-11 Virginia Tech. We're going to get back in here momentarily.
If you want to improve your legs and take your water polo game to the next level, get a Cap 7 weight belt. It's comfortable, wears well, and will make a huge difference in your vertical game. Check it out.
Thank you, Wolf, for that short advertisement. Now it's an opportunity for the Hokies to get ahead. A good bouncer, and it goes through. Boom shakalaka. Oh, you can sense some urgency in this one. It is 13-11. There is cap number 21, if we are correct. Maybe cap 20 we're trying to see, but it's a 2-goal lead now, at the least. With under 2 minutes to play. Again, Duke was 7-1 in the regular season last year and lost to Virginia Tech. And that one's put through. Boom shakalaka. Duke gets back in it. Cap 11 makes sure this game is not going to be over yet. Score believed to be Virginia Tech in the Whitecaps 13, Duke Blue Devils in the dark 12. Minute and 42 remaining, folks, in regulation. Score believed to be 13-12 Hokies in the Whitecaps. Coming up in the CWPA Network, North Carolina State Wolfpack exhibition team versus James Madison. It'll be James Madison's first regular season win in a couple of seasons. JMU with, I believe, 3 straight seasons of 1 win or fewer. And that's going to be Duke possession, down 1. About a minute to play. James Madison has played at least 11 straight regular season games, we believe, with 9 goals or fewer. And 11 straight games overall, well, regular season games, that's right. They actually had a couple of games, James Madison Dukes, in the championship tournament last year with double digits. So we've got 45 seconds, it looks like, to go in regulation. Virginia Tech up 1, we believe. Now we're approaching 30 seconds, it looks like. Virginia Tech looking to improve to 2-0. Duke's going to drop to 1-1, surprisingly. Duke is the defending Atlantic Division champ. And that one's going to be floated out of play on the left side. Timeout called by Duke. Great presence of mind to get the possession. And we're sorry for the official standing right in front of our camera. But it is 13-12 with 24 seconds left. It is an important timeout here. 24 seconds, 13-12. Virginia Tech and the Whitecaps over Duke. In the dark. Stick around. You do not want to miss the finish.
Check out this super sweet suit. If you're looking to customize your suit design, go to www.cap7.com.
Hey, check out my new backpack. For hikers too. You can do it exclusively at cap7.com. Cap7, built by water polo players for water polo players.
We're back. I'm Scott Weiss. That's right. 24 seconds left in regulation. Virginia Tech and the Whitecaps 13. Duke Blue Devils in the dark 12. At halftime, Duke had 6 goals. In the third quarter was 9 goals to 8. Now it has been a 5-3 run in favor of the Hokies. And the ball's going to be thrown. Final 24 seconds. If Duke scores on this possession and Virginia Tech can't get anything else, overtime. That would be exciting. So Duke here has to score, otherwise we'll lose. And that one is just off the cup of the crossbar. About 10 seconds left. Virginia Tech's going to try to air it out. 5 seconds left, and the Hokies are going to win. Virginia Tech stuns Duke at the end. Final score here in Game 6 from Raleigh. It is Virginia Tech Hokies and the Whitecaps 13. Duke Blue Devils in the dark 12. Duke drops to 1-1. Virginia Tech with an exhibition win earlier with a Washington Lee forfeit improves to 2-0.